Hey guys, this is E with Scrapbooking with Me, and we're going to do some creating with some of these large envelopes. I get a few of these in the mail, not many, but these were sent to me by one of you guys. So we're going to do a little bit of creating with one or two of these. I don't know how many I'll get done, but we'll see. But first, I want to say thank you to a few people. Marion, Wildfire, Jan, DN Moving, Jody Ann 63, BD Caldwell 60, Sandra, Kathy, Julie, and Sharon. Thank you guys so much for helping support our YouTube channel by clicking on that Buy Me a Coffee link below and giving a donation. I really appreciate that. We are this close to having a big giveaway, so we will be having that giveaway hopefully next week. So let me see. And now I have printed a couple of Betty's. This is Betty's Custom Designs on Etsy. I printed a couple of her new digitals. This one is called Lilac Sky. That I love it. And then this one is called Cherry Blossom. Now my printer was running low on ink right there, so I got a little bit of discoloration, but I'm still going to use it. But this is called Cherry Blossom. And I'm going to flip through these real quick because I don't want this video to be 2 hours long, but you can just see how beautiful this collection is. We will be creating with this today, and hopefully a page out of that one too. Again, this one is Cherry Blossom. Isn't that pretty? I love cherry blossoms. If you look at cherry blossoms, they are one of the most amazing flowers out there. Love them. Okay. That one, this is one of my favorite pages right there. That one, and she gives you a ton of goodies too. It's not just 2 or 3 pages like some, but it is a ton. And I'm not downing anybody because I know how hard these are to create. So even if you give 1 or 2 pages, that's fantastic. But I know I have purchased some for $5 and something before, and I only got 3 pages. So sometimes it's a little bit much, but she gives you a ton of pages and ephemera. Now this one is called Lilac Sky, and you'll see why. Look there at the lilacs. So pretty. Hopefully I'll get around to creating one with this one today too. This is beautiful. The way she incorporated that blue in there. Love it. She's doing such a fantastic job, and you know, she just started this, so this is very new on her Etsy store, but she is doing a great job. These could be used for background pages. I didn't print anything on the back of mine because most of them I'm going to use to create what I'm doing today, so I'm not going to need that double-sided. But if you're going to use these for signatures, then you would need to print on the back side. So pretty. Okay, oops, I missed one. And grab it. There we go. The journaling cards and the cutouts. All right, so I'm gonna put this one aside for a minute, right there. And then we're going to decide which one of these that we're gonna use. But first we're gonna go ahead and prepare our envelope. Now this envelope, and I know someone will ask, so I'm gonna go ahead and measure it. This envelope is 6 by 9.5, but you can use whatever size envelope you have. You do not have to use one like this. Just grab what you have in your little junk mail drawer and start creating with it. Now I'm going to glue down this part right here. I'm not going to put glue right here. I'm just gluing around the outside edge, and then I'm just going to glue that flap down. Because, you know, some of you may have those that are ripped open at the top, like my husband rips them open if he gets to them before I do. And if you do, you can still use them like this. All right, so that's what we have. Now, I want this window to, I'm going to use that window in this. So I'm going to fold here, about like that. Now, I got this inspiration from Angela, I do believe. I will see if I can link. I think she did one last year sometime similar to this, and I'll see if I can find it, and if I can, I'll link it below. I do believe it was her, Angela Kerr. I think that's who did it. Did one similar to this. Mine, of course, is going to be a little different. Okay. So, see, you're just folding it about a third of the way over. Don't fold it in half. Just fold it about a third of a way. Now, I should have done this before I sealed that up, but I didn't. So, let's see. Am I going to have it opening at the top or the end? I'm trying to decide which way I want to have this opening. I'm going to have it opening at the top on this one. I may open it a different way on another one, but these are fantastic for your journals, to add pages to your journals even after you stitch in your signatures, because you can slide them right on the page, you know, a page that's already inserted. These don't have to be stitched in. All right, we have that open now. We just open it a little bit at the top. Now I'm going to cover this in here with something. So I'm just going to find what I want to put in there. And they're all so pretty, I don't know. I want to put them all in there. Let's see. Okay, I think I'll just put a piece of this one in there. This one's kind of bright and nice, so it'll show up well. I think I will actually put that part right there. So what I'm going to do is take my pencil, and I'm just going to mark about how big I need it. You could measure. I'm just going to mark it. Guesstimation. That's what I like. I'm going to cut it about like that, and that's what I'm going to put inside there. And I think that will get most of that cherry blossom in there, I hope. So what have you guys been up to? What have you been doing? Have you been crafting? Have you been having to work? I've been doing some of both. I've been working a lot. As I've told you, we're trying to get things moved out of the store so that we can have a new floor put down and painting done. And oh my goodness, that is a job. I didn't realize how much of a job, I don't think. But it needs it terribly bad, so we've got to do it. Okay, I think I'm going to put that in there. It's subtle, but I like it. It's not going to be something that sticks out like a sore thumb, and we can still cover out here and it's going to match up. So we're going to put that on there for our little cover. Yesterday, I was telling you on the video, I think last night, yesterday we had everybody here. We actually have, let's see, how many employees do we actually have? There's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's actually 9 of us total. All of us don't work all the time, or all of them don't work all the time. I work every day. But, you know, we call some of them in when we have extra things to do. And I think, no, maybe there's 10 of us. Anyway, so yesterday we had to have everybody here because we was dyeing papers. So we had lots of papers that we needed to dye. So we called all hands and cooks, is what I told them. Everybody get over here. But we had fun. We had a really good time. We laughed. Now, I think on this, I'm kind of going to collage it because I don't want to just put a piece down and cut that window out. I think it's going to look better if we do some collaging on it. But then I look at this, and this page is already collaged for us. So we might be able to just incorporate that on there and not have to worry about collaging it ourselves. So let's see if we can do that. Now, I printed this out on a heavier cardstock. I probably didn't need to because I'm going to use this to just cover this envelope with. I could have printed it out on regular copy paper and it would have probably been fine. But I knew that I was going to want to use some of the other sheets in a different way, so I just went ahead and printed it all on the same paper just to keep from having to change my paper in and out of my printer. All right, you just need to always make sure that you got the top at the top and the bottom at the bottom. Now I think right there and right there, and it looks like somebody's already marked that for me, but it's actually in the paper. Okay. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and cut this with my trimmer, I think. No. I have torn the other part, so I'm gonna go ahead and tear this. Sometimes you just need to tear, Edith. It is getting closer and closer to the day that I get to go to the craft fair, and I can't wait. It is actually not in our state, so I'm going to have to travel to go to it. And then we have my daughter and their group has a conference up there, so we will actually be spending most of the week there. And that's when the flooring people are going to come in and do our floors and paint and that kind of thing while we're gone, because I cannot stand to be here while construction's going on. I want to be out of town. All right. Yeah, I think that's going to look good. Now, I'm going to need to cut that window out. So I'm thinking of the best way that I need to do that. I could do it many different ways. But you know what? I think all I'm going to do is just tear this around that window. I don't really want to cut it because it's going to look too planned. So I really just want to tear it, I think. So we're going to tear right there and right there. That's going to get that. Then I just need to mark it this way. Let's hope this works. This way and that way. Okay. So what I'm going to do is tear off this little piece first. And I know I'm moving my marks. Let me move my marks on down a little bit. Right there. And right there, maybe. We can tear it one little piece at a time if we need to. This takes a little bit longer, but I just think it'll be pretty since her sheets are already collaged. Oh yeah, I like that. So that one's done. And now we just need to tear this. And I'm going to tear it right there. Got that mark. I guess this is a cheating way to tear around your window, but I like this. I like this way a lot better than having to measure and then cut out everything. So let me move that over a little. There we go. Got that piece. I'm going to lay them out like they need to go, or I'll end up mixing them up and then I'll be in a mess. Okay. We need to tear this one right there. All right, that goes there, and then the bottom piece. I'll tear it right there. And then this beautiful piece we'll still have left. All right, now the first thing that I want to do is I'm going to go ahead and ink my envelope just a little bit on the very edge. And you could ink it in pinks or different colors if you want to. You know that if I decide on a different color, that means I have to get up and go get it. Once I get down here, I don't want to get up. I got a big streak of lazy today. We worked so hard yesterday, I'm give out. Okay. There we go. So we got that. And then I'm also going to do a little bit of inking around the edges of this, just to cover up any white cord that I might have exposed. Let's see. Let's ink and put one down, or lay it down where it goes. If I don't, like I said, I'll get them mixed up, and then I won't know where they go, and you'll have to call me up and tell me. Okay, that one goes down here like that. And I don't mind those looking a little bit jagged, like they're just almost together but not. I don't mind that. And I'm going to take these two little tiny pieces off right here. There we go. Then we've got this one that goes all the way across the top. Like that. Oh yeah, I like that. Okay, let's glue this down. Now, you don't have to do this way. You can just collage it, or you can cut your window out and do it. Cover the front any way that you want. This is basically going to be the front of this little, oops, there we go. Tuck that in like that. Oh, I like that. I like that. Okay. Right here where the window actually curves a little bit, I've got a little white showing. So all I'm going to do is take the very edge of this little thing and just cover that white. There we go. I know there's a glare on that because I left the plastic in there, but isn't that pretty? Betty, this is a beautiful collection. Okay, we're going to cover this on this side. And I'm thinking I may just use this, just use that green. Don't see any problem with that. Oops, get back over there. I didn't tear that very straight, did I? Let's try that again. Sometimes I don't hold my ruler tight enough. I forget, and I just let my hand relax, and that's not good. You have to hold that ruler down pretty tight to get it to do that deckled edge. And I've still got a little bit of crookedness here. So what I'm going to do is just take my scissors, and I'm just going to wiggle it back and forth to get similar to that deckled edge. There we go. And then I just need to tear it. Let's see. Let's tear it right there. Okay, there we go. We've got that. And I'm going to go ahead and Put a little ink around the edges. So I have to tell you a story about Brooklyn. I know some of you like the stories and some of you just want me to craft, but I like to tell you the stories sometimes. And if you don't want to listen to the story, you can just fast forward it right on through. But Brooklyn, our little 8-year-old granddaughter, she loves to play Roblox. I think that's how you say it. I'm not sure. But she loves to play that game. And her dad has already told her, you can play it, but you only do the basics. You cannot buy anything. You cannot, have anything extra. You can just play a little bit of the basics. And she said, okay, I will. Well, her dad was looking at his bank statement, and all of a sudden on his bank statement showed up a $10 charge for Roblox. So he goes to Brooklyn and he says, Brooklyn, did you do this? And Brooklyn said, yes, sir. I had to buy something. And he said, Brooklyn, I told you could not buy anything. And she said, but Dad. He said, no, but you cannot buy anything. I told you can play the basics and that's it. There's no use in wasting money on, all of those added extras that they try to get you with. And she said, okay, I won't any more. And he said, no, you won't any more. Because he said, you know what? You're going to have to pay me back for that $10. So she came in yesterday. Her mom was working over here. And she came in yesterday and she said, Nene? I said, yeah, babe. She said, can I work to earn $10 today? And I said, well, sure, you can. And I said, why do you need just $10? And she said, because I have to pay Daddy back for what I spent on Roblox. She said, I had $10 and he took my $10 and told me that if I wanted $10 back in my piggy bank that I had to work for it. So she said, can I work for you? I said, yeah, you can work for me. But I said, you better mind Daddy from now on. You better not buy any more Roblox stuff. She said, I'm not, because he told me next time it would be more than my $10. It would be my bottom too. So he's going to give her a spanking if she did it again without permission. But I thought that was kind of funny. She said, can I work for you for $10? Oh, me. Our children. So she did. She worked yesterday. She washed windows and she dusted for me and she did all kinds of things. Okay, I can't decide if I want this or this. I think I actually want that. So our little children, sometimes they get themselves in trouble, don't they? Maybe that'll give you a little bit of a laugh today. All right, so what we're doing is we're flipping this over. We've got that side covered. We're going to flip this over and we're going to cover this side. You're not going to cover this because this is going to be glued down to your page, so you don't have to cover that. But you do need to cover this part. And then we're going to do some other things to it. Going to put some pockets on it and little tags and things. Okay, we're going to put that down right there. So I'm leaving just a tiny bit of that white showing, and actually it's not white anymore because I have used my ink on there, but that will work on that. Now I'm going to put some pockets on here just to kind of dress it up a little bit and have some places that we can put tucks and tags and things. And let's see, I kind of thought about putting a pocket on the front here, but I don't really want to cover that up. Let's see if I might have I know somewhere I have some vellum. I might just put a little vellum pocket there just to put little tucks in. But we'll go ahead and put a pocket here that we can use to put some things in. And I think that little piece right there will work. And then I'll grab my vellum. I think I'm actually going to have to get up and go get the vellum. Isn't that pretty sad? Let's see. I think I want the bottom a little bit straighter than that. Okay, let's see. I'm going to put it up here at the top. I'm just going to put a tiny little pull, not much. There we go. And then we're just going to glue that down right there on the sides and at the bottom. That's going to give us our little pocket. Okay. So there is a little pocket there. All right. Then we can put a pocket here, and then I'll go get my vellum. And I'm not sure, that's a little bit too blendy, so I don't think I want that piece there. What about this piece? It'll still match up because we have that butterfly there and there, so let's do that. Go ahead and cut this off. Okay. And I'm going to need to trim it just a tiny bit at the end. I think that will work. Yes. I'm going to go ahead and trim this end off too, just the decal edge part, since all of the other is straight. I'm going to go ahead and trim that off. I think I'm actually going to leave the top as is. It's a little bit deckled, and that's fine. I'll just put a little glue on it. Well, let's go ahead and punch out our little opening. Here is my brand new punch from Molly that punches so smooth. Look at that. I don't even have to press. And this is a 1.5 inch. If I can remember, I will link those below. It came from Amazon because I got it in an Amazon package that said a gift for you. That was so sweet. Thank you so much, Molly. I use it almost every day. All right, so let's... Now, these are some things that you can make up. You don't have to make this for a particular journal. You can make these up and just put them in your stash and save them for when you do have a journal that needs a little bit extra room for photos or whatever you want to use it for. That's going to be nice. I like that. Now let me go get a piece of vellum. So make these up ahead of time if you need to. Use some of your scrap paper and collage them, and every time you get an envelope. Let me grab my vellum. All right, so I have my vellum. See which one's going to work best. All right. Oh yeah, see, we're still going to be able to see all of that through there. I know we may put a tag or something in there, but we're still going to be able to see it. And I like that. Okay. I'm going to trim it there and there. And if you don't have any vellum, I know I've talked to a lot of people that they don't have vellum. We have some vellum now in stock. We have the inkjet vellum and the regular vellum like this. So you can get that, or I'm sure there's other places you can purchase it. But I'm going to try to keep it in stock. And we're looking for some vellum that has some printing already on it, because I know a lot of people don't have a printer or don't have access to printing. So we're looking for some vellum that already has some printing on it that we can carry in the shop too. after we get the remodeling done, there's gonna be lots of things that we're gonna carry that we have not carried before because we just didn't have the room. But I think once the remodeling is done, we'll have a lot more room because they're gonna put some shelves up or more shelves. We've already got shelves, but they're gonna put more shelves up and some little islands and things like that, so we'll be able to carry more product. Okay, we're gonna put that down right there, and I'm gonna use my Bearly Arts glue. As soon as I can get shipments on the art glitter glue, I'll get more in stock. We did open that back up. If you want to, what I have in stock, if you want to purchase that and you're not afraid, you know, for it to be shipped to you, then we'll go ahead and get that out to you for what we have left. We don't have much, but the Bearly Arts, we've got more orders in on them. This ships year round. It doesn't, there's no problem with it freezing or anything like that. And I like it on this vellum because I'll show you why. Let me press this down. Make sure that you press your glue in really well on the edges. It does not pucker on our vellum at all. Doesn't pucker it up or anything. You can't even tell it's under there. I like that. That is something that the art glitter glue doesn't do. I usually, when I put vellum down with it, it has little puckers where the water that's in the art glitter glue shows up. Okay, we've got that. And I'm not discounting the art glitter glue because I still love it. I love, love, love it. What are we going to put in there? Let's just see these little cutouts. Let's see if there's some that we want to use. Like I said, my printer was running low, so these may not even be the right color. I may have to go back and reprint those, and I think I will, since I've got another ink cartridge in there. So let's see what we might want to use. We could go ahead and make a little, no, not that one. That matchy-matchy too much. And not that one. No matchy-matchy. We could go ahead and cut some little tags out of this. And I think I want to cut some little short tags. Just some little short ones to put in here. And so let's go ahead and I may not cover the back of these because this is a thicker paper. And I really don't think I'm going to have to cover the back. So I'm going to cut these edges off. I didn't print these. I know my printer will do it. I don't know if everybody's printer has that choice, but I could have chose to have it do borderless, but I didn't even think about it. I put these on to print early this morning and went and was doing something else, and I didn't even think about printing borderless. But if you print borderless, you don't have to worry about any of the borders, having to trim those off. So let's see. Let's cut it about right there. Yeah, that'll work. And then I think I'm just going to make them, about 2 inches. That will be a nice little tag, but it won't cover everything, so we like that part. There we go. So there's 2 there, and I need one more. I really need one more. We can make one little skinny one out of this. And you don't have to use the same collection. Remember, I mix and match my collections all the time. I'm just using up the scraps of this while I have them right here in front of me. So let's see if I can get that one about right. It'll still be the pink, and I'm going to trim off this edge where I tore it. And then the top right here. Make a little skinny one. Okay. So we've got that. And then, ooh, for the inside, we could use this. No, that's too matchy-matchy on the back. All right, let's look for something else. Let's pull out more paper. Let me look and see what we've got there. Nope. I know you can't see what I'm looking through, but I'm just looking through the papers over here just to see if I can come up with one that I can make a pretty good sized tag there for. That would be pretty. I might do that. Or that one. Or that one. Okay. Let's see which one goes the best. I don't want it to match, but I just want it to kind of stand out. That one I would get the cherry blossoms in. That one about the same. And that one about the same. So I think I'll use the first one that I looked at, this one. Okay, let's see. How wide do we want this? I think on this one I'm just going to make one large tag. This is 6, so let's make it about 5 3/4 maybe. You could make mini tags to go in there if you wanted to, but I'm just going to make one. Nice size one. Okay. Now let's see how tall we want that. I don't want it very tall because I want to be able to still see this. But do I want the top or the bottom? No, I want the top. So let's make it about right there. That will work. Okay, now let's make sure it fits in there. And it might not because of my crazy gluing. Excuse me. Trim it off a little bit more. You know, because I go crazy when it comes to gluing. I go crooked. I'm actually going to have to cut it down a little bit more, I think. Just because of my crazy gluing hand. Yeah, that one works. That works right there. So that will be our large tag. And then we need to make a little tag for that. And I'm thinking I'll just make a little tag out of this. Let's make it about right there. And then, okay, so that one will go down in there. And I may put something behind these to make them a little bit stiffer. Even though my paper is pretty thick, they're still not as stiff as I'd like them to be to do tags out of. I like my tags to be pretty stiff so that when you put them in, push them in and out, they don't tear or bend, anything like that. And this is, I think, 120-pound cardstock, so it's not as thick as regular cardstock. But, all right, so let's go ahead and cut these edges. And then I'm gonna just trim this one a little bit right there. Right, so these will slide in there. And then the little thin one in the center like that. And I made it a little bit shorter, and I may even shorten these just a tiny bit. I don't think I want them sticking up that far, so I'm going to trim them off just a little bit. I trimmed them, looks like about 1/4 inch. But that's going to depend on you and how tall you want your tags and things. There we go. I just don't want my little opening covered there. So that will work like that. And then we will put some pulls and things on the top of those. Let's go ahead and do this one. I found my little thing that I used to cut my corners with yesterday, and then I lost it again. So this works. Just a little bit slower, but it works. All right, we will put that one in there. It's still a little tight. There we go. And then I think on this one, I'm just going to round the corner because it's such a wide tag. I'm just going to round the corners. And I think I'll round all 4 of them. And it's going to be a journaling card. Isn't that pretty? Oh yeah, I love that. Now we're going to put some lace and trim on some of these, and then I'm going to show you how this attaches to your journal page. Okay, let's see what we have that we can put on these. I think on these, let's see, what are we going to do? I may use a little bit of the sari silk on these. I'm not sure. Let me look at the color. Yeah, I think it'll work. So I'm going to punch holes in these and use a little bit of sari silk. And this is something, oops. And this is something that you got in your March kits. You may not know what it is if you've never dealt with sari silk before, but what this is sari silk. This is from Tim Holtz, but you can get it from different places. I think you can even buy it off of Etsy. But what sari silk is when the ladies overseas, and I can't remember, I want to say China? I don't know. Anyway, when they, they wear those real floral, beautiful silk dresses. So when their dresses get to the point where they can't wear them anymore, they sell them to these companies that tear them into strips like this. So what this is silk strips of dresses that have been worn probably many, many years ago. But, so that is what sari silk is. And like I said, I got this from Tim Holtz, but there are tons of companies out there that carry it, and I have even seen some people that have gotten it off of Etsy, so you might find it just about anywhere. His is more of vintage, of course. He's a vintage type person, and you'll find a place in it every now and then where it's stitched together, where one strand is stitched to another, and they just make it in long strands. And it's not S-O-R-R-Y, it's S-A-R-I, I think, sari silk. All right, I am going to try to find my little threads to tie around this, if I can find it. I don't know if I'll be able to tie this or not. This is so fine that my fingers and it doesn't work too well. But we'll try. And I'm just tying a little bow there, or a little knot there, to hold my sari silk in place. Because I don't want to try to tie a knot in it, because this is such a small tag. So what I did was just tie a little knot right there at the end of it, like that. And then I'm just going to make sure that that knot goes down a little bit, hopefully. There we go. And then I'm going to trim that off. And then we'll just trim the very tip of that off. So there's one. I think I'm going to do that on all of these. I kind of like that. Put this little piece on there. All right, I have my sari silk tied on there, and I didn't make you watch all of that process because that would have been pretty boring for you. But it's tied on, and I think this one I need to put a little bit of glue inside there. It's just, this one is not sticking as tight as the others. There we go. Okay. Now, I got some new washi stickers from Amazon, and I'll link them below. But I think, and I know there's not any blue in here, but I want to pull in the blue color. So I think I'm going to put that on there like that. And I'll cut this bottom off, and then I'll use that for something else. I just think it'll be pretty, and I like these little tiny flowers to go along with the small cherry blossoms. So we'll lay that right there. And then I'm just going to try my best to pull it down while I am pressing it down. I just don't want to take the bottom, this bottom off of its plastic because I want to save it. So we're going to do it like this. I'm going to go ahead and cut that off, and then I'll just save that in there. I've got a little wrinkle right here, so we'll pull that out. There we go. And on these, I'm just going to wrap them to the back side. It's not a problem. I will cut this one off because it's kind of long. And I'll put that back on there, and I may find a little spot that I can use that one. Okay. So there we go. See how it decorates that tag up with just very little effort? I like that. And then I also got some butterflies, but all of these are pretty big, so I'm not going to be able to use them on here, but I want to put just a little tiny word up there, and I can do that because I have some little words. And I'm just going to use Timeless on here. Now these are out of our digitals, and I just printed them small. You can print them at regular size, and they're a regular size excuse me, label, but I printed these small so I could use them on tiny little things. Because sometimes you need a big label, and then sometimes you just need a little tiny label to finish something off. And there we go, right there. And it matches that sari silk great. I like that. So there is one little tag. Now on this one, I don't think I'm going to do anything. It's got words on it. It's got flowers on it. I like that. So on this one, we're going to do something else. And I might just come in on this one with, if I have a butterfly that looks like it might match. It might not be too big. And I will link these, like I said, below. Let's see about that one. I'm not crazy about it, so let's look further. Okay, I cut this one out the other night and I didn't use it, so I think we'll put that there. And then I have some little flowers in here. And I'm just digging through my little box of goodies here. This is just some little ephemera that I have not separated out yet and put in my ephemera folder. So I'm digging through there because I had a little flower that I had cut out too. All right, there it is. Let's see. No, it's the wrong color. I was thinking it was more of a pink. That is the wrong color. So what we're going to do is I'm going to grab this, a little ephemera book, and this is where I keep my washi stickers that I purchase. And I'm going to see if I've got anything that's in that pink family, and I do right there. Ooh, I like that. So again, we could put that down like that and then use the other part of this on something else. So let's do that. It's not a cherry blossom, but it'll work. It will work. And I like how the background of these just blends in. You can't even see that. And I call it vellum, but they call it washi, but you can't even see the edges of that. It looks like it was just made on that tag. All right, I'm going to cut this off. Then we're going to cut this piece off, and I'm going to put that back in my stash, and I can use it on something else. And I know that little things here, you can't see them when they get down on your table. There we go. So we'll put that right back in our stash here, and we will use it next time. I think that's cute. And I may go ahead and put this little butterfly on there. I like that. This is just one that I cut out, and then I ended up not using it because it didn't really go, so we're going to use it on here. Let's do it this way. And I'm going to cut one of his little feelers off because I think it looks better like that. Okay, there we go with that. And then I'm going to put this little label right up here, and it just says embrace. There we go. Oops, I need to wait till that dries a little bit, I think. There we go. Stick it down in there like that. Okay, there are our labels for the front. Now I'm going to show you something else. This is Betty's collection. This is off of Susan's collection, but look how good they match. So I'm going to clip that right there, just like that. And then you know what I want to put down through there. Now Susan cut this out and made that, but I'm going to put just a tiny bit of my black bling, and I'm still trying to find more of this. So far I haven't had any luck, but as soon as I do, I promise I will get it up in the shop. It's just, I don't know, I can't find it anywhere. And I know a lot of people say they have it at their Dollar Tree or dollar store. Grab it if you do, because there was a company that I was buying it from, and then all of a sudden they went out of business. So I can't get it from them anymore. So if you find it, grab it. Okay, put that little butterfly right there like that. Isn't that cute? Now, I don't think I want to do anything else on the front, but I am going to flip it over. We're going to put our little tag in here, but before I do, I want to put just a little something on it. I don't want anything really dramatic on there, because it's already got some words and some collaging and that kind of thing. So we might just put that on, that butterfly. I know it's kind of large for that, but I like it. I think that looks pretty good on there. And I don't really have one that's smaller. I don't know if they have smaller packs of smaller butterflies. I wish they did. I would like to have some smaller ones. But I think we're just going to put this one on there. Yeah, I think all of those are about the same. Well, that one's a little bit smaller. Let's look at that one. Oh, that one's it right there. Good thing I went back through those. That is it. I like that one. These are just a quick and easy way to dress up your little tags and things when, you know, maybe you're in a hurry or you just don't feel like doing a lot of decorating. These are quick and easy to do your decorating with. So see, you could put a little tag on that if you wanted to, a little label, but I think that is perfect. Now I know I'm covering up part of my butterfly. That's fine. Don't worry about that. Okay, let me look right here. I had a little piece, this little washi that I got off of Amazon. Again, I can't find this to buy wholesale. Is the reason I buy some of this stuff off of Amazon. but I don't buy it unless it's really inexpensive, and this was not very expensive at all. And you got 2 big huge rolls which will last me forever. I just tore out a little bit of that type there, and I am just going to put that right across there. Let me clip that string like that, and that's going to be that one. Cute, I like that. And this one I'm going to put a little trim on. And I saw a little piece of trim I wanted to use just a minute ago. What did I do with it? I'm digging through my trim box over here. This is my little trim box that I keep at my desk. So I'm digging through this. I had a little piece laying out that I wanted to use, but now I've lost it, so I think I'll just cut another. Let's see. Not that one. Excuse me while I dig, sorry. Okay, this I just cut off of a piece of larger trim. It was a big piece, and I just cut that off because I thought that was pretty. And I think I'm going to put that right there. What do you think? I think it's going to work. So that's what we're going to do. First, I'm going to ink around this because if you're not going to stitch, you definitely need to do some inking or something that will make it kind of stand out away from your background so they'll know that there's a tag there. And I could go back and stitch these, I'm not sure, but for right now, I'm going to leave it like that. And then I'm going to glue this piece down right there. No. Okay. I thought I had put it upside down, but I don't think I did. All right, I don't need that at the top, so I'm just going to leave this out until it dries. Once it dries, I won't have to worry about it sticking. I'm just putting my fingers over that to kind of pull that glue off so that it doesn't stick. And then we're going to tuck that back in right there. I like that. I like that. Now I want to put some little word or something right here. So I think I'll just grab a word out of here. Oh, and this one matches, I think. No, it doesn't. That doesn't match. I would have liked to have put that on there. It said be humble. But no, I'm not particularly liking that one either. So let's see, we may pull in one of Tracy's. Let's see what one of hers might look like. Oh, I think that color will work. Do we want to put that one on? Let's just put that one on. That looks okay. This is kind of a deep, deep pink, almost a red, but it'll work. It'll work on there. And we'll put that down. And I'm not going to put anything underneath it because she's already got some beautiful collaging there. So we're just going to put that down just like that. Let's just pull in a page like this. Let's go ahead and fold it. Let's see if that's going to be. No, that's not going to be right. All right, let's just pull in a page like this, and I think we can do this better. So let's say this is the end of our page. You would put that on there like that and lay that down. Then over here on this side, what I would do, now you could do it differently, is you would glue down through here and across here, and you would still have another tuck pocket back there. And see, you've also got this pocket here. I would put a little glue right here first, though. A little glue there, out through here, and up through here. Then you've got a pocket here and a pocket here. We didn't make tags for those pockets either. And then on this side, you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to glue anywhere because this is a flip. So you could just run an extra piece of washi or something down through there if you wanted to. I think it will be fine. It would hold fine. Just don't put this so close to your fold so that it'll fold over and lay down flat. But see, this would be a little flip out. You'll have pockets here, and then it flips like this, and there is your pockets and the front cover. And then you've got a large pocket up here that you can put a large journaling card like that in. And I'll make those journaling cards. When I put this in a journal, I'll make those journaling cards, you know, to go in that particular journal. But, so that's what you've got right there. Isn't that sweet? This is a very, very nice way to make a tip-in or a flip out, whatever you want to call these. These are nice and easy. Just make sure that you measure, like if this was my journal that I was putting that in, you know, I would need to measure and fold this to where it's going to fit on my pages and not be too wide for my page. So just make sure that you measure your journals first. So that is how quick and easy it is to turn a junk mail envelope into a beautiful pocket page attachment. All right. Okay, guys, thank you so much for watching. We will talk to you later. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. And if you want to help support our channel, you can click on that Buy Me a Coffee link below. It doesn't cost you anything just to go over and read about it if you want to, but you do not have to support. You do not have to give anything. I'm not asking for anything. I just had quite a few people that had asked me about it, and so I thought I would start that up, and I appreciate all the people that have already given us some support. I think we've got maybe close to 35 people that have already given us some support, and we really appreciate that. We'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.